we want to treat mass right now. Before we continue, we will take it from the root. Of course, for the benefit of those who are not in our economic class, we've talked about even numbers, talk about odd numbers, talk about other numbers like prime numbers and so on and so forth. Okay, let's just grasp through. Let's just paraphrase. Okay, it's just simply tell you, but even number are the numbers that is divisible by 2. Okay, even numbers like you have 4, 2 itself. 2 can be divided by 2. 4 can be divided by 2. You get give 2. 6 can be divided by 2. 8, 10. These are even numbers. Odd numbers are numbers that can be divisible by 2. Okay, that are not divisible by 2, but can be divisible by itself. Okay, by itself. These are odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and so on and so forth. 13, 15. Okay, 18 rather. You have you have 11, 13, and so on and so forth. Okay, these are odd numbers. Then you talk about prime factors, prime numbers. These are numbers that are not divisible by any other number except themselves. You have 2. Okay, cannot be divided by 2. Can be divided by 2. Okay, you have 3. You have 5. You have 7. Okay, these are prime numbers. Factors are numbers that multiply together. Let's talk about factors. These are numbers that are multiplied together to give the results or the product. Simply put, 2 times 2 is 12. 2 times 2 are factors that gives us, 2 times 2, 4 rather. 2 times 2 are factors that give us 4. So that is it. I don't want us to go, so you can have many figures as you like. Okay. Now, talk about this can be contained in numbers. Okay. Now, you have just made let's see. Okay. Now let's see another number is there are numbers again. You can equally multiply numbers. Okay, and get the product. For example, the two numbers 2 and 3. You can say it gives us, when you multiply them, it gives you 6. Okay, these are multiplication. We shall go to board, but these are the things you know. These are primary things because we're going to go deep into other things that will give us. These are the primary things you need to know before you start substituting and manipulating. Okay, now. So it's 6. So factor also can know because as a numbers that divide any number without remainder. We have said it. When it says 12 divided by 6 give you 2. But it divides. It could be divided. And if you revise the case as the quotient and the divisor, if you divide this case and you multiply the 2 by 6, it gives you what? 12. So if you divide, okay, the simple formula is the dividend all over the divisor is equals to the quotient. Okay, so if you cross multiply and you say therefore the dividend is equals to the quotient times the divisor. So these are the issues we need to really raise there. Okay, get it there. So just put it there. Okay, dividend is the number to be divided, while the divisor is the dividing number, and the ultimate result is the quotient. So put your form, write it down. Therefore, write it. Dividend all over divisor is equals to quotient. Write it down. We are going to make use of it later. Okay? We are going to make use of it. So now, factors of numbers do not necessarily multiply themselves together to be given. For example, for instance, 12 has factors of 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay? So if you multiply 2 by 6, it gives you 12. If you multiply 3 by 4, it gives you 12. So that is just, so if these are multiplied together, they will certainly give you 12. So I've just said it now. Now, let's talk about, therefore, the factors of numbers of all these things, etc. So the factor of 24 are 2, 3, this, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Which means if you multiply 2 by 12, it gives you 24. Okay? So if you multiply 3 by which is 12, you multiply 3 by 4 and gives you 12 by 2, gives you 24. So these are the things. Now let's go to prime factors. I just want to rush through because we shall go to the board now. Now, prime factor. What factors? Okay, when factors of a number are multiplied or are prime numbers, the factors are called prime factors. That is, when factors of a number are prime factors, they are called prime factors. For instance, 12 has factors like 2, 3, 4, 6, but the number that are prime number in those factors are 2 and 3. You understand? The prime factor, which means what are the numbers that are commonly, the frequency, let's put it that way. I've treated that frequency in our economics class, okay? No, therefore, 2 and 3 are prime factors of the 12, okay? Okay, now we shall see how to do it. Now, prime factors of 15, okay, are 3 and 5 and so on, 45. And 3 and 5, 2, are 3 or is 21. Then 3 and 7, 42 are 2, 42 are 2, 3, and 7. To factorize a number is to express, okay, the number of factors which a product equal to 1. Now, thus 180 can be factorized by breaking numbers into possible factors which multiply together gives you 180. Thus, now, if you say, now let's see, 180 is 2 times 90, isn't it? Now if you come again, you say, therefore, let's break it now. Now, 180 is equal to 2 times 90. Let's break it. Now, which is equal to 2 times 2 times 45. Because if you say 2 times 45, it gives you 90. But 90 times 2, it gives you what? It gives you 180. It gives you it gives you 180. Now you come and break it again. Say 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 15. Then you come back again. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Okay? Because 3 times 5, 15. 15 times this give you this. 45 times this it gives you other one. Then before 90, then 90 it give you 180. Okay? That is it. Now let's go to this is for treated prime factor. Let's come to common factors. You have to write all these things down because we are going to where we start calculating and writing. Okay? Now common factors. A common factor is a factor that is shared between okay, or contained in all the given ones. For example, 12, 18 have factors as 12 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 and 18 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Then the factors common to the both numbers are 2 and 3. You can see the frequencies are also factors, called factors in mathematics. Okay, what are the numbers that frequent in our explanation? Is just 2 and 3. Okay, so therefore the common factors of 12, 18 and 3, 18 are 2 and 3. That is treated common factors. Then we have highest common factors, which is HCF. Okay, now this is the highest factor of the two numbers. Thus 12 and 16, okay, have 2 and 3 as the common factor. What are the common things common to all the in our own explanation? What are the common factors? What are the common figures that appear? That's what we're talking about now. Okay. Then the product of the common prime factor is the HCF. That's the highest common factor. Okay, which one comes first? No other factor higher than 6 divided by 12 and 18 commonly. The highest common factor is obtained by getting the prime factor of the numbers contained and find the product of the common factor. Now let's see one example. Find the HCF of 24 and 42. Okay, then we are going to treat then that's number 1. Then 2 of let's treat the so-called treat the factor of 180, 240 and 360. Let's treat the first one. Let's just talk about the first one. Now solution of 1. Now you are going to factorization. Now that's the solution. 1. Write it down for factorization. 1. Factorize the numbers. Now 24 now. That's the 24. 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay? Now if you multiply them now, 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 3, 24. That is that's the simple thing, common factors. Now we are going to the common. Now, what about 42? Because we have to find the common factor. Find the example. Find the highest common factor of 24 and 42. Then 42 is equal to 2 times 3 times 7. Okay? Okay? Now, because now, if you multiply 2 times 3, give you 6, 6 times 7, give you 42. Okay? 42. Okay? That is it. Now, let's go to this, that's the common prime factor. We just factorize this and that. Let's go to the common factors of 2 and 3. Therefore, the HCF is 2 and 3, which is equal to 6. That's what we want to do. What is the highest or the common prime factor is 2 and 3, which is equal to 6. Okay? Let's go to the 2 now. 180. 2 times 2 times 3. Write it to 2. That's 180 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Right, that's one. 240 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Then 360 will be 2 is equal to, all will be equal to, 180 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Then 240 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Then 360 will be equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Then therefore, the common factors are 2. What do you have? If you look down, you have 2, 2, 3, and 5. Okay? Which means therefore, HCF is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, which is equal to 60. Now let's go to table right now and do some justice to what you just said now on the second one. Now, let's look at it. There's the highest common factor. Okay? Highest common factor, or otherwise known as HCF. Now, example, we have to find the HCF, highest common factor of 24 and 42. We've done that. Then this is the 2, the second one. 180 of 240 and 360. Now this one, the solution right now is this. Now 142. Okay, look at this now. 2 times 3 times 7. Okay, 2. Then 24. We have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Factorization, as I've just said already. Now the common prime factor therefore is 2 and 3. Now let's see the working. Go to 18 now. Now this is the working right now. That's what I want. That's why I want us to come to the table. Now this is 180. This is where you have to write. Listen very well, because either you do it in a factorization way, you factor it down, or use this simple table. Okay. This most of the students find it very easy here. 240, 360. You just table them, the heading, because we have to find this 180. This is it. 180, 240, 360. So this is it now. You have it here. Now you just rule one line here. Now you bring 6. 6 goes here, gives you 30. 6 goes into 180, it gives you 30. 6 goes here, 240, it gives you 40. Okay? 6 goes to 360, it gives you 60. Now, the next thing that can come to divide it equally, to factorize it, is 10. So 10 come here, it comes to 30. What it gives you 3. Then it comes to 40, it gives you 4. Then it comes to 60, it gives you what? 6. Therefore, our highest common factor, or HCF, is equal to 6 times 10, which is equal to 60. It's the same thing when you work it, when we worked it through factorization. Okay? Thank you very much. Keep coming. We've just started on the math right now, and we hope to go further, where we'll go into maybe other maybe quadratic and other things, sort, and so on and so forth. Keep coming. Keep inviting friends. Now we are in math proper. These are just introductory areas. So the next will be on board completely, 100%. We'll be doing the calculation, asking questions. Thank you very much.